Hello friends, welcome to my channel Excel and Engage. Today here we will be talking about a new topic which is called VLOOKUP. So I will be explaining about VLOOKUP function in our Excel. Okay. So you must have used VLOOKUP maybe multiple times and you do get confused exactly when to use VLOOKUP, when to use HLOOKUP. So HLOOKUP is a new concept which which I'll be covering in a different video. However, concept wise both are same. Okay, so in the VLOOKUP, we look up for a value which is present in a column. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E are the columns. We look out for the values which is available in this column, and when it comes to hash lookup we look row wise. Okay, so any kind of VLOOKUP we do, we usually we try and do it in a very sorted data. If the data is not arranged in a proper order, then your value might be getting you might fetch a wrong value. Okay, so we have the function over here. The syntax would look like this. Okay, so in the VLOOKUP function you have these parameters. Okay, so you have the VLOOKUP value, so which value you want to look up, that value, then the range, that is from where you're going to fetch the value, then you have the column number, so you have to give the number of the column. Okay, so if suppose if it's column B, then the number will be 2. If it's D, then it'll be 4. So like this corresponding numbers you have to give, and then you have the last parameter which is 0 or 1 or maybe true or false. Okay, so you have to understand when to use 0 and when to use 1. Okay, so 0 is false match, that is it will give an exact match. So if you want to find the exact match of the value which you're looking for, you should use 0, and if you want to find a close or approximate match, in that case you should use 1. Okay, so I'll also tell you the difference between 1 and 0 over here. Okay, so in our sheet today we will be the task is to find out the name corresponding to the email ID and find out the course name corresponding to the email ID. Okay, so in this data set, if you can see in column A, B, C, D, E, we have data set of students and the course which they have opted for. Okay, so first column has the email ID of the student, second column is the last name, and third column is the first name of the student. I just combine these value to get a name of the students and the courses which they have opted for. Okay, so let's start with the value fetching part. So one thing, the value which you look for should be again unique. Okay, so if I have multiple values of the same email ID, again I will get errors. Okay, so we will experiment that as well. Okay, first let's just find these email ID. Okay, so I'll just select a cell over here. Okay, just go to the function tab, write is equal to v lookup. If you have noticed, as soon as I write VLOOKUP, I automatically get the format of the function. Okay, so let's choose the value which I have to look up for. I have to look up for email IDs. Okay, so I will just click on email ID, comma, range. So I can either select a table or I can select column. Like in the previous video wherein I was talking about the pivot table, what I did was I selected columns so that I am covering all the possibilities which might even come in the future. Like suppose if I want to add on more data points over here, so I will use column, and I will also tell you the other reason to use this. So I'll just use column A is to E and then comma. Okay, then which column value I want to fetch over here. So if you see, I am looking for the name of the candidate. Okay, so this is present in the column number, this combined name. Okay, so which is 1 2 3 4, fourth column. So I write 4 then, and I want exact match. Okay, so if you can see, it's written also true is approximate match, false is exact match. I want exact match. I'll write 0, then bracket closed. Okay, I got the name of the candidate is James Borden, and then I will double click over here on this dot. Okay, and then this is dragged till the end. Okay, now you see there are NAs also over here, which we will try and find out why we are getting NAs. So obviously, if the value what we are looking for is not present in the table, that will give us as a NA. That is, it did not find the value which we are looking for. Okay. What if we had a value what I'm looking for, but by mistake I have given a very different name over here. I mean, it's similar, but it's not exact the same. Okay. Then we will use the concept of 0 or 1. Okay. I'll tell you how it should be done. Now let's complete the course part as well. So again, as I just select the cell, click in the function box is equal to VLOOKUP email ID, comma. Then again repeating steps, I select column A to E, comma. The value is in the fifth column, right? It's 5, then 0. Okay, I got the course name as well. I again click over here. I'll just double click on the dot. It'll get automatically selected down. Okay. Now, okay, let's try and find out if this value is there or not. So I'll just select and I'll click on find option. Okay. So there is no such value. Okay. So this is a wrong email ID which I'm trying to look for in this table. Okay. What about this? Okay, so if you see, I have done a small spelling mistake over here. That is, email ID is there, but in the end of the ID, that is .com, I've written one more M. That is why it is not fetching the answer. Okay, now I'll just tweak this formula, and instead of 0, I'll put 1. Now did you see? I got the answer. NA has gone. Again, I'll add over here also 1, and I've got the answer. Okay. Now, did you see? Everything was matching, just that in the end there was a small mismatch. It did not fetch the value. Okay. So here, if I give 1 instead of 0, that is if I write true. So even if the value is closest, it'll fetch the answer. Okay, but in the best practices we always put 0, because for one also you need to have your data arranged in ascending order. Okay, so if it's not arranged in a proper order, it will fetch you a wrong value. Okay, so I hope I have explained you this concept properly and you would have understood. Now I will again use a VLOOKUP function and give you an example, like between difference between 0 and 1. Okay, so here I have put a value Harry. Okay, and I have added two more values over here, Harry and Har double Y. Okay, so it's the same candidate. Okay, and I want to look up for the value of Harry in this table, which is just of one cell. Okay, so here I have added the VLOOKUP function already. So instead of 1, I have 0 over here. Okay, so even if I have 0 or 1, it will give the same value. It will not make much difference. But if over here, if I am searching HARRY over here and trying to match with Harry, and if I write 0, it will give me an error. Okay, and if I write 1 over here, it will give a match. Okay, so as simple as that. As a best tip, I would suggest that you should use 0 Okay, but again, if you have a scattered data and you are dealing with value wherein you might have tendency of having small spelling mismatches, in that case you should use 1 in the last parameter. So that's it, guys, about the VLOOKUP function. We would be coming up with another video on HLOOKUP, an example. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.